Hello, friends, and welcome back to the horror section. This one's going to be another Anchor Bay. I hope you enjoy these. I'm just showing off my Anchor Bay collection a little bit at a time, just making some short videos so it doesn't take long. You know, you can just kind of skim through them or whatever, show about 4 at a time. And this one's going to be kind of a cool one right here because it's got one of my favorite actors in it a lot. Bruce Campbell is the man with the screaming brain, and this one's actually still sealed, and it's an Anchor Bay. Ooh, a sci-fi Anchor Bay, so here we go. This one must be good. And this was like one of the oddest movies I've ever seen, but you know, it's got Bruce Campbell in it, so it's got to be great. And it says here that, of course, he is the actor and director, Bruce Campbell. So he done a good job on this one. Of all his odder movies, this is probably one of my favorite ones. It's just a really crazy movie. And like I said, I'd highly recommend this one if you haven't seen it. But it was just an interesting, fun kind of movie. And this is one I really enjoy, but I pretty much got to read it to explain it to you. I kind of get it somewhere in... I'm very bad on names. I'm not even going to say that. Sleazy American industrialist William Cole, which is Bruce Campbell, is finalizing a tax scam that will earn him millions. Meanwhile, mad scientist Dr. Ivan, I'm not saying Stacy Keats there, from really good actor, and his demented henchman Ted Raimi, of course Sam Raimi's brother, have created a drug that can connect human brains like Lincoln Logs, but when the illicit trites with a sultry hotel maid leads to Cole's murder, Dr. You-know-who, Ivanov, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to say it like that. Reanimated him by transplanting the half brain of a former KGB operative into Cole's skull. Now the capitalist and the communist must reconcile their differences and to hunt down the beautiful gypsy freak who killed them both. Oh gosh, that's what I'm saying. Sorry for me not being able to read half the words in there. I'm terrible at reading, but it's a great movie, but I pretty much have to let the box explain it because it's kind of nutsy, but fun movie right there. Like I said, you just get a kick out of watching this one. But it was, off the top of my head, I wasn't going to be able to really explain it real good. So I figured I'd just read the box there for you. And of course, there's the Anchor Bay emblem. So like I said, if you can find this, I'd recommend it. It's a pretty fun one. It's like I said, it's a little silly and all that, but it's pretty fun. It's got Bruce Campbell in it too, so he directed it, so it is going to be a little odd, but it's a good one. That is The Man with the Screaming Brain. And here's another one. I don't know if anybody's ever seen this one. Bruce Campbell, Army of Darkness, trapped in time, surrounded by evil, low on gas. Excuse me. I've had a little bit of sinus trouble, a little bit of drainage, so I'm coughing a little bit, and I apologize to you guys for that. And this is, of course, Anchor Bay, because that's what this video is, and pretty much everybody knows what this is. It's the third installment of the Evil Dead series. It's more the comic relief, the fun stuff. And it's even got... if most people probably know this, but the March of the Dead theme is by Danny Elfman, and he does a lot of the music for The Simpsons and a lot of other stuff, so you can kind of tie The Simpsons into this. So that's kind of cool, and because I was a big fan of The Simpsons, and I noticed his name on there and The Simpsons, so I thought that was kind of cool that you can tie them together a little bit. But it's just a fun one. There's the features, and just one of those cool Anchor Bays that you used to get back in the day. And this one's actually got and I've actually seen on Facebook a lot of times they have a Simpson. You might could buy a shirt like it where it's Homer up here, and Marge is over here to the side, so you can kind of put that with your Army of Darkness. You can have a Simpsons of Darkness, I guess. So that's Army of Darkness, the single disc here, the single disc. And right beside of that now is Army of Darkness, the double disc. It's a little bit thicker. This is the limited edition. And this one's got a little bit of rough to it down there, but I think I actually got this at Hastings for about $7 worth of trade. That's all it was in there. I pretty much used to trade in movies and you could get credit. And this was only $7. So I didn't even pay any money for it, but I only paid $7 in credit and got this. I couldn't believe it's even numbered. It's 1,290 out of 30,000. So I thought that was pretty cool for $7. And like I said, I didn't even pay for it. It was just stuff I traded in and got credit for. And there's disc 1, the US theatrical version. And disc 2 is the director's cut. And there's some of the features on them. And there ain't really much to say about these movies. Pretty much everybody knows these. Pretty much knows this is one of my favorite movies. I really enjoy it. Just a really cool movie. And it's more of a kind of like a comedy, kind of a little bit horror, a little bit adventure, a little bit action, just pretty much everything. And there's the director's cut, which is the one up front. And then if I can open the back here without messing everything up. And I believe this should be the, theatrical. I think it said on there. I was checking if it said. Yep, we got the theatrical and the director's cut. So I thought that was pretty cool. And these box sets are pretty cool. I remember Anchor Bay done a lot of these little double box sets where they got the little thing in the middle. So it's pretty neat. But like I said, some of these are so weird though, if your box ever messes up, like if you find one maybe at a yard sale, you want to buy it, but then the box is messed up and you can't really, because it's hard to find boxes like these. That's why usually if I watch it, I'll watch a regular, and I try to avoid messing with these too much, because if you mess the box up, then you're kind of out of luck, because it's probably hard to find these now, unless you want to buy a different movie that had it and take it all out and scrap that movie or something, which I've done sometimes. I've actually got a Ernest Goes to Camp in one of these before, and I just took them out because I think I sold them to somebody, but put them in like a different kind of case. And they didn't mind or whatever, and I kept this case because one of mine broke. And so I just transferred my stuff in there and put those discs in it, because it's pretty hard to find these little cases like this now. And it was probably hard to find them back then. You know, you just, like I said, you just had to find spares and use them. But that's my 2 Army of Darknesses. Pretty cool little set of Army of Darknesses from Anchor Bay. And last but not least for this video, I told you this was going to be a good video, a special video. It's got all Bruce Campbell stuff in it. And this is the Anchor Bay collection of Evil Dead, the Ultimate Edition. And of course it's kind of thick. There's old Bruce up there at the top. And it's cool. Got this cool spine to it. Lay it over this way. And this is what I'm talking about before in some other videos. See, this one's actually got like a blue kind of boat. You know, it's got different, you can see this is where Stars had already bought them out whenever this one was made, because there's the Stars emblem. Because if you look, give me just a second. If you look at this one, and of course I know there's going to be some glare here. There's that one. Of course, the great little blue ship, which is, you know, the ship looks a little bit different or whatever. It's got a different cool coloration. Plus it even says Stars down there at the very bottom, if you can see it, at the right below the boat. And that's the newer emblems they come out with. And then this is the original Anchor Bay Entertainment. Like I said, they had a couple variations. I think the new one is like a cursive, if you know what I mean. A, it's just an A, and you know that's Anchor Bay. It's kind of like a crossed, you know, and that's what they've got on most of their new ones. But I prefer these old these old boatmans right here in the white square. But on to this this cool ultimate experience in grueling terror. This ultimate edition. Okay, you just fold it out like that. And like I said, it's like a book material. It's pretty thick right there. I got a little bit of wear right there, but that's not mine. That's not bad. I don't remember where I picked this one up. I know I got a good price for it. This is one of those that I was looking for. And I thought, man, that's a good deal, so I grabbed it. There's all the chapter selection. There's Bruce. That's one of the main pictures that a lot of people see on there, on the different disc and the different, the different releases and stuff from different companies. And then you open it up, and it comes with a nice poster right here, I believe. I've not actually opened this. I didn't want to mess with it, and that's what it looks like. There's the bottom of it. And here's kind of a cool, I've seen this on quite a few. I used to have a t-shirt of this one. Open it up. And here's your disc with the kind of bloody Bruce Campbell there, picture on it. And there's that cool one with the hands coming out. He's holding the axe. Look at that mean look on his face. And then you got this. And I've actually found a copy of this. And I'll show it when I get it. My friend is bringing it to me. And maybe I'll get to show something like that on my next couple of videos. But that's kind of a cool... I've never owned one of this one. I knew it existed. I just never ever got one. You open this one up and there's kind of a... That's the look of... I've got a friend that I went to school with. His name's Eddie Dillard. And that's kind of his... that looks just like him right there. He's even got the big chin. And there's that cool... that's the one most people remember on a lot of them, with the person reaching up and, the hand coming to pull them in. Let's see what these are. This one is the widescreen, the full screen, and then over here it's the Ladies of Evil Dead. So that's kind of a cool little disc right there to have. And there's an odd one right there. Evil Dead with the lady walking across and the dead trying to grab her like that. That's pretty cool. Put that back in there. So this is a pretty cool little set right here. Or I like it. I like it pretty good. And it's just a cool little set to have. Like I said, this poster. I'll just put that back in there. I don't ever mess with the posters or whatever. I just leave them in there. Don't have no place to put them. I used to get, if I ever got posters, I'd get it. I used to know a bunch of, back when they had rental stores, I had a bunch of my friends. With my friend Eddie, he worked right beside the rental store, and he knew the people in there, so I could get free posters from them of any of the newer movies that were coming out and stuff. There's Evil Dead, of course. There's that one. Fold it up. And there you go. That'll be it for my Anchor Bay collection video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed looking at all my Anchor Bays. I've got quite a few. I mean, I just enjoy showing them 4 or 5 at a time because the videos are a little shorter. Now, this one's a little longer because it's I had some kind of cool ones or whatever to show off. But I hope you enjoy them, and thank you for watching.